Hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. So let's take a look at the Polkadot chart. DOT has made a new low. We want to talk about price targets to the downside. And this is a video that I'm going to put into our weekly, or not weekly, but long-term video playlist, because it shows you the bigger picture wave count on the DOT chart. DOT chart shows that price has moved up in a wave 1 into 2021. And it's not a very clean 5-wave move. So this could also turn into something more bearish if price breaks below the target levels that I'm indicating now in this video. And let's assume, okay, wave 1 to the upside, ABC structure down, which would be a corrective move. The C wave is a 5-wave move, and ideally it's getting towards its end, and ideally we are now making the last low of this bear market, maybe in September. So you see the structure here, yeah, so far not a lasting low in place. Bear market targets can't really be communicated without a low in place. But we can just, we can make some assumptions based on what we have on the chart, just roughly targeting for a target for the next bear market based on the latest lows. So the first target I would observe for the next bull run is around $74. That's the 1-to-1 ratio on the smaller time frame here on the log chart. That's a key level to watch. And with the latest lows, this pretty much resembles, I think, the 1.618 extension very closely on the linear chart, so $82. So very, very close together, these two. So 74 to 82 is certainly a level to watch in the next bull run if we get a third wave rally. It's important, in my opinion, now to use the log chart to get the fine-grained targets here on the lower time frame to the downside. Overall, still tracking a bullish chart, but below the $3.46 level also here. I mean, honestly, I'm tracking bearish scenarios for most altcoin charts. The ones that I cover, many of them, I'm still tracking bullish scenarios, but the vast majority of altcoins which I don't cover, I consider as bearish. Yeah, I mean, I don't know all of them, but let's say 98% of all altcoin charts are probably bearish. The ones I cover, at least I give a chance, unless I say so. And this one, I still give a chance to, well, at least recover in a bullish scenario, of course. Yeah. So, however, it's going to get a bit nebulous below the target level that I'm going to show you now. Now, that doesn't mean that all these coins couldn't rally significantly in a bull run. Absolutely, they can. However, it's all about, okay, can they actually reach a new all-time high? And it's just worth emphasizing the speculative nature of the altcoins, okay? Now, let's zoom in. We've got a 5-wave move down here in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern. I would count that at the moment as part of a larger C wave within a flat structure, yeah, A, B, C, overshooting B wave. And now price is coming down in this C wave. Now, I'm tracking an ending diagonal in this structure. We have a trend line here that we can draw, or actually a parallel trend channel that is guiding price on the way down. This really looks like an ending diagonal. And there are a few options how we can count this, but this for me makes sense given that it now made a new low. Bit of a head and shoulders pattern here as well. But targeting based on Fibonacci extensions, yeah, if we have a diagonal structure like that, ideally, I don't want price to get below the $3.46 level. Well, it still could, but there are two things to consider. First of all, you see here, wave 5, yeah, I've measured here the Fibonacci extensions of the third wave. So typically, we would be targeting next the area between the 78.6 extension level and the 100% extension level. This is just an area to watch, okay? At the moment, I would be careful not to just catch the falling knife here, but it's an area to watch between $3.86 and $3.46. Find that very, very important, this area. It should certainly be watched because, yeah, that's sort of one relevant target, you know, that we can track here on the smaller time frame, taking the length of the third wave in a diagonal, considering the length of the fifth wave as a result. There are just certain Fibonacci relationships that are pointing into these regions, and for a fifth wave, we would normally consider this area. Yeah, we should watch this area. Important to understand is that, yeah, what happens if it breaks below that? Well, there's still another fib level, but then if it breaks below that level, it has broken below the trend channel, below the diagonal structure, and that would have some bearish implications, and then it will be very hard to determine where the price will hit a stop. So really, you see that price came down quite aggressively. Now it sort of entered a phase where you have a lot of overlapping price action that just looks like a diagonal structure, and it would be really, really good if the next low in this area could be the last one. Otherwise, this wave 5 will get very long and could just indicate another breakdown, but then it would rather emphasize the overall bearish nature of the overall chart. Yeah. So far, the bulls haven't shown any significant reaction where they had the chance. And looking at the bigger picture wave count, we have a 5-wave move to the downside now. So based on this wave count, we could be in the last wave. But again, just be careful. It's sort of a knife catch at the moment. We need to wait for some kind of a reaction in this target area. And take into consideration the trend channel. Take into consideration these fib levels. Ideally, we don't want price to break to the downside of the trend channel. So this is not an area where blindly you should just buy. I would just still watch this area for reaction. That's all I do. And getting a 5-wave move up after this will be a first indication that a low is in place. And a 3-wave pullback will be a second indication. If we then see a break to the upside of the price channel, even better. That's my update about DOT. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.